Okay, so now it's time to color. So make sure we're in pixel mode, and you have to be on the pixel layer. All right, so I have my other group. I'll just turn it off to make my life easier, but it's still there. It's just hidden. All right, so I'm on the pixel layer. So we're gonna take your fill tool. In this case, it's the flood fill tool, and we are going to start filling in our areas. So we'll take this, and you can just hover over your pixel and start filling in your colors. Um, so I'm going to click, let's say the fish, we'll make him green, pink. We'll make the skin, I don't know, we'll give him skin tone here. We can always tweak these later, so not a huge deal. I'm going to click that. Oh, look what happened. All right, so don't panic. It's just that there was a gap that I missed, and that's going to happen to most of you, I assume. So you got to find that. So I'm going to undo the fill, and I'm going to zoom in. Oops, I'm going to zoom in. Sometimes the zoom shortcut doesn't work. There we go. Zoom in. So there's a gap here, and maybe a potential gap in the fingernail. So remember, this is just like Photoshop. So we can take our paintbrush, and we can take a value of black. Your options, just like Photoshop at the top. I'm going to make my hardness 100. Everything else looks fine. The shortcut for the size of your brush is left and right bracket key. So I'm going to make a small little line. Okay, and I'm going to undo that to see what my line looks like. And I'm just going to draw in the areas that I think might be a gap. So this isn't ideal, but it's a solution. So I think there could be a gap there, and I think there could be a gap here. Again, I know it's hard with the mouse. You can always use your stabilizer if you need to. But these are just little tiny marks. And, you know, this obviously is not Photoshop. It's not Illustrator. It's kind of a combination of the two. And I think it's only $50. So you got to, you know, keep your expectations realistic for 50 bucks. All right. So anyway, I think I got that. I'm going to hit G, which is my shortcut. And I'm going to, I don't know, add a color. Oh, didn't get it. All right, so that's annoying. Let's take a look. Where else do we have a big gap? Geez, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any major gaps. All right, so I'm back. So you know what? It wasn't any gaps. It's just with your fill tool, you need to make sure that your tolerance is set to low. All right, the lower the tolerance, the more accurate your fill will be. If it's set really high, it's going to find gaps everywhere. So set your tolerance, and that'll be a trial and error. Just kind of drag that slider. And now it seems to be working. So I'm just going to find a color that I think would be okay for this dude's skin. And then I'm going to continue to go ahead and just fill. And anytime I find a mistake, I might have to just undo, which is Control Z, and then kind of fix that line. All right, so you're just taking your paint bucket and you're going through and you're filling in, the different areas where you want different colors. All right, so color, 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 and that's pretty much it. He's gonna be wearing a glove. I didn't add all the details yet, so you're gonna add your color, and we'll have another chance for extra details. But for now, just take your paint bucket and start filling in those base colors. As you're filling in colors, if you find that you missed an area like I did on the neck, you can resample a color. There is your color picker. So you can grab it, just click and kind of drag, it'll sample that, and now I have it loaded up and I can go back and fill. All right. If you're using your paintbrush, B for brush, just like Photoshop, you can actually just hold down Alt and it'll be your shortcut. But Alt does not work with your paint bucket. So if you're using your paint bucket, you have to actually hit I or select the dropper tool, select it, and then go back. All right, so I is your eyedropper tool or color picker tool. All right, so give that a shot.